Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my lovely Egyptian style Cleopatra fashion look. Enjoy! So for this look, you're going to need one black bob wig. With this wig, I went ahead and braided it. I went to Joann's Fabric and I bought their coin ribbon as well as their gold elastic ribbon. Both ribbons are total about $7. I purchased the black bob wig at Walmart. It was on sale for $10. So for a total of $17, I was able to complete the look. All I did was braid sections of the bob. Then I went ahead and tied a rubber band around it. I also went ahead and wrapped it with the coin first. Then I wrapped it with the gold elastic, and voila, you have an Egyptian wig. You can vary your braids, you can vary your styles. This one for me was just pretty easy. So I will later on go ahead and do a tutorial on Egyptian wigs and how to make yours look the best. But for now, let's just get started with this makeup look. This look is very easy to do. All right, so when we get started, I'm going to use black electrical tape because at the moment I don't have any white tape, and black electrical tape is also non-sticky to the skin, so that's a really good thing to use, especially when your skin is clean and dry like mine was. I'm going to go ahead and use scissors and cut them. These are just basic Crayola scissors that I've had for a while. And you're going to just place the electrical tape under your eye because you are going to be using quite a lot of eyeshadow, and you want to make sure that the contouring is straight. You don't have to do a lot of powders, glitters, glues. You can just kind of do it as I've done it. If you don't have black electrical tape, Scotch tape works really great. No gray tape, no duct tape, and no medical tape, but just tape that you know you can, put it at an angle for your eyebrows. And so let's begin. So these are just basic colors that I've had. I got these from the Dollar General, believe it or not. I spent about $3 on these. I've had them for about 6 months, and as you can see, I love makeup and they're running out. So we're just gonna start with a nice emerald. It's a very nice shimmery blue. And I'm just going to start with a brush, and I'm just going to apply it generously over my eyelash and my eyebrows. I'm going to make sure that I am stopping at the brow bone, but I'm going to apply it generously. Start from the corner and then in the eye, and then work your way to the outer part of the eye. And with dark skin, blue shows up really good. With lighter skin, it shows up even better. So just be very aware that the more you put on, the bluer it becomes. And if you see the shimmer, it's already coming out, and that's what you want. You want that blue royal pop shimmer. And I've also started with a wig cap on because I'm going to later place the Cleopatra wig on. So now this is also a little tool I use. It's an eyebrow. This is H2O proof. All of these items I've gotten from the Family Dollar. So this isn't an expensive look. This is a look that is easily replicated. Now what I like to do when I get an eyebrow stencil is I like to lightly trace around the outline of the eyebrow stencil. It just makes it easier to place, and I know exactly where I'm gonna go. And as you can see, I'm gonna place it right above my eyebrow bone, and there we have it. There's one. And then I like to also measure it because I'm gonna do the end as well. So I'm gonna do it again on the other eye. And if you have your own way of doing your eyebrows, go ahead. But for me, this just works. And what I like to do also when I'm doing my eyebrows, I like to line my eyebrows up with my nose so that they are symmetrical. Now I'm gonna go ahead and shade the eyebrows in. I love to use this H2O liner because it is waterproof, and sometimes it doesn't come off for days, and that is something that I enjoy because I don't have to get tattooed and I don't have to do microblading. I can just draw them in and they stay on for a couple of days, and then I can reapply. And you can make it perfect, but don't worry if it's not perfect because you can always go back with a concealer and shape your brows. And I usually don't use the end of the eyebrow stencil because my eyebrows are so thin on the ends that I just kind of know how to draw them in. I'm just going to use a little dab of toilet paper to wipe off quickly the eyeliner because this is fast setting eyeliner, and voila, eyebrows are even. And I still like to check my side. I still like to check the sides to make sure that they are symmetrical, because now we're going to go back to the powder. We're going to add more. And this time we're going to go all the way up to meet the dark eyebrow. And it's going to give it that nice Cleopatra Elizabeth Taylor pop. And this is actually one of those instances, use as much blue eyeshadow as you like, because the more eyeshadow you have, the more it's going to pop. It's going to give you that theatrical, dramatic eye that you're looking for when it comes to your Egyptian look. Now we can take the tape off. And it shouldn't hurt. We're just gonna lightly peel it. See? We just lightly peel it again. I like to go up one side, down another. Now I'm gonna take the same wet tissue that I set aside, and I'm going to wipe the excess off. If you have some micellar water, if you have alcohol, that works as well. I'm just using water because I have very sensitive skin and I don't want to irritate it further because I'm going to be adding more makeup onto it. And now that we've done that, make sure that our eyes still look great underneath and that we are still lined. So now we move on to our next step. I am using BB Kiss multi-function. It can be used as a concealer. It can also be used as a foundation. This particular brand is sold at my local hair store for $7.99. As you can see, I love to do makeup on a budget. You can find really good quality makeup for a really great price. You don't always have to spend $100, $400 on makeup. I'm just going to take a little concealer pencil that I have, and I'm just going to go underneath my eyes because I want to make sure that the blue stands out, and I want to make sure that that gets rid of the dark circles and that it also highlights underneath my eyes to give me a younger appearance. Or not even younger, I should say peppy. You know, when you don't have dark circles under your eyes, you look super energized, and that's kind of the look that you want to go for when you are an Egyptian queen. You want to make sure that you look your absolute best. And as you notice, I do a circle. I go inside and then I circle around and then I go all the way out. Then I also start where my eyebrows are. See what I was talking about with the lining? So I just start in the corner of my eyebrows and the inside of my eye all the way up to make a little V. Then I do a couple of dots on my forehead. And then I bring the concealer line out a little more. Then I'm going to bring that line that I put in between my eyes, I'm going to let that line connect with the forehead line that I have made. So I am basically creating shades and fillers in my face without actually having to put on a ton of makeup. Because the trick to wearing makeup is to make it look like you're not. Even with this, you want the focus to be on the Egyptian style eyes. You want it to look flawless, so you make sure that you line your concealer perfectly. Now I put some under my chin because I have dark spots there, so I'm just concealing my dark spots. Now I'm going to go ahead, and this is me gently contouring my cheeks underneath. And now I'm going to connect. Again, I'm going to connect the dots. I'm going to go ahead and use my favorite sponge. I've had this sponge for about 2 weeks, but it always looks like I've had my sponges for years. And I'm just going to lightly pat. I'm going to pat inward. I'm going to pat up. My whole objective is to cover the face, to cover the dark spots. I'm going to pat, but I'm not going to smear. I'm just patting. And then with the line, you want to make sure you blend in the line so you